Hi, I'm James.
No, he's not. He's Ray, and I'm James.
Oh, I knew there was something wrong there.
Whatever. And this is episode 10 of A Brief History of Nothing. We have some good news out of Ireland.
Yes,
finally.
As long as you don't try and do that accent again.
Out of Ireland. I'm just pronouncing it properly. It's not Ireland, it's Ireland.
Yes, okay.
There's an in there. Or as the Irish would put it, a
Okay, fair enough. You can anywhere you want to.
Blood strike.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, yes, the Irish referendum. Approximately 70% of the nation voted yes for gay marriage equality. Great to see.
So people that actually, can marry the person that they love.
Yes, regardless,
of the gender of the people involved.
A person's a person is a person is a person. So,
pretty much.
Okay, it's you're not your Christian nuclear family, but
Okay.
what floats your boat?
There's many happy children in same-sex
Yes,
parents.
in Australia we don't need to have a referendum because it only requires a change of the Marriage Act, which just means it has to go through Parliament. Problem in Australia is that we have a Prime Minister who is very anti-gay, even though he has a gay sister.
Christine Forster, who is a city councillor in Sydney.
Yes, and she's now engaged, so obviously she can't marry because her partner is of the same sex as she is. And so the Greens, however, have said this morning that they're going to put the marriage equality thing front and centre next year. For them, that's going to be one of their big pushes for the next 12 months.
I think it was working. It was what's her name? I can think of the face. I can't remember the name. Young lass in the Senate. I can't remember her name. Yeah, and it'll come to me. I'll go, oh yeah, that's her. I know the face. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, so the problem at the moment is if we have a vote, Labor says, okay, it's a conscience vote. You vote how you think you should vote. In the Liberal Party, they are not allowed to vote.
Yeah, it's a binding vote. They can't do it.
They have to vote the party line, which just wrong.
Yeah,
so
they're not libertarian anymore. They're just pure conservative.
Yeah, well, they always have been pure conservative. Okay, so that's it on that subject. So hopefully someday we might grow up and be adults.
Yes, and
go,
go, ew, icky, gay people.
Yes, gay people. Ooh. Yes. As I say, people are people are people are people.
And just because you say like the same gender or you're not fussy doesn't mean you're less of a person than a straight person.
Yes, but apparently some people think you are. Okay, now, on this, actually we'll get to yesterday.
Yesterday? What happened yesterday?
Well, yesterday,
it's a Beatles song, but other than that.
Memorial Day in the United States of America. Okay, yeah. It's their equivalent of our Anzac Day, so...
Yeah.
Okay, more power to you guys. And also, an actress, Anne Meara, died. Now, she's not a household name here in Australia, but she is pretty well known. Her biggest claim to fame is the fact that she is Ben Stiller's mother and Jerry Stiller's wife. Anybody who's ever seen King of Queens will know who Jerry Stiller is. Anyone who's ever seen a comedy will probably know who Ben Stiller is.
Probably his best work is Mystery Men.
Brilliant movie. If you ever get a chance to see it, go see it. The cast in Mystery Men is outstanding, and it just shows you've got and my brain is just switched off for the moment.
Yes, we're really organised. Like I came in here half an hour because this is my home. He visits from the north side. I came in half an hour after he did, so we're doing really well today.
Yes. Okay. William H. Macy is one of the, and Gene Garofalo is another in the Mystery Men. Ben Stiller is in there.
He plays the angry one.
Yes.
Who else? Come on. So do we? Yeah,
The
I'll
brain
put
is
the
just-
IMDb in the link.
Yeah, do that. My brain is just not happening this evening. Now, today, the 26th, is the day that the English throne, the restoration of the English throne in 1660 happened. Charles II landed at Dover and took back the reins of power in England, which his father lost 11 years earlier to Cromwell. And Cromwell executed Charles's father. And when Charles was Prince of Wales at this stage, and to try and save his father's life, Charles signed a blank piece of paper and handed it to Cromwell and said, basically, whatever your demands are, go for it. But Cromwell was having nothing of it and executed James. And also in the US, Star Wars opened on this day in 1977.
I'm looking forward to the new one in December. I want to see it.
Yes, well, you like Star Wars, unfortunately.
People carry on about they don't like the prequels. I like the prequels, and guys, don't hate me, but I like Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks is cute. I'm getting strange looks, and I can feel two eyes burning through the side of my head. But I like Jar Jar Binks. He is key to the plot of the first one, and he's comic relief. And I think people will not like the seventh one because it's not the original trilogy, and it's different from the original trilogy, and I think people are going to hate it.
It's a shame we're only going to have one host next show. Okay, and also...
This is going to be a vlog. Okay.
Also on this day, JFK was talking to Congress in the United States, trying to get them to support the space program. Now, in Australia, it's National Sorry Day, where basically white Australians say sorry to the Indigenous population for the wrongs done to them. Basically, there were generations, not just a stolen generation, but generations that were stolen and tried to convert to living like the white man and denying them their culture and their families, which was so very wrong. So, yes, today is National Sorry Day in Australia, and believe me, there's a lot we should not have done.
Yeah, and now because of what happened, now there are a lot of problems, and Aboriginal people don't live nearly as long as, on average, nearly as long as the rest of the population. There's more alcoholism, and because of, it's just the hangover from...
Yes, yes it is. Now, big birthday today. It's Marion Robert Morrison's birthday today.
I have no idea who that is. Who is Marion Robert?
A famous actor.
That's nice. What has she been in? I will need to put her IMDb.
Marion Robert Morrison is not a she. I don't know many women named Robert.
Probably not. But
he did have a son, Patrick.
Patricia, I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, Marion and his son Patricia.
He was born in 1907.
Okay, that's good. That's great. I have no idea who this person is.
Okay. How about if I said...
Does he have an IMDb page?
Oh yes, yes, yes. Big IMDb page.
I'm going to link that in the description because I'm completely in the dark on this one. I have no idea.
I'm quite literally doing that,
Yes, he's annoying.
Yes.
That's where I get it from.
He died in 1979.
The natural causes of being
cancer.
Cancer. Okay.
Yes.
Because people were really people were really concerned about the effect of smoking and stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah, he was a smoker.
That's probably what did it.
No. If I said his nickname was the Duke.
Okay, so I know who you're talking about now.
John Wayne. John Wayne's real name is Marion Robert Morrison.
That's right. No, he died. He was a smoker, but he died of. I know who you're talking about now.
Yes, yes.
He died. He was. I forget. Was the movie about the Genghis Khan and the Mongols?
Yes, that was done in a nuclear testing area, and half the cast
Died of cancer.
Crew died of cancer. Yes. His birthday today. Got into movies by pure accident. Was set to be a football star. Got a scholarship to college to play football and wrecked his knee. Had to find other jobs and fell into being an extra and a stuntman in early movies, and then he progressed from there and became friendly with a few of the leading up-and-coming directors, and when these up-and-coming directors, namely John Ford, got power to, they picked him for movies, and they're in the movie Stagecoach, where he had a major part. That set his career off, and from there on, the rest is history.
So do I look up John Wayne, or do I look like Marion Robert? Who's in what?
John Wayne.
John Wayne. And so John Wayne's IMDb page.
Yes.
Okay.
It's quite a big IMDb page.
Right, well, I'll link it in the description.
Now, is there anything you want to talk about, James?
Don't think so. Not this week. I mean, other than, again, I can only think of my contemplates as a taxi driver with Uber.
Yes. No, we'll give that
a rest for a while.
Oh, scientists in Russia have found bones from an ancient wolf. If I can remember correctly, they're 35,000 years old from the last ice age, and they think now that man and wolf have had a closer history than they thought. Apparently the current thinking is that early man used to steal the wolf pups and keep them penned up near the camp, so that the barking and so forth and howling from the wolves would alert them to,
something that thought they were lunch.
Yes, something that thought they were lunch. Yes, that's exactly right. And so that's how they think the relationship started. Now, also, my review tonight is the second episode of Married at First Sight on Channel 9. This week, another two couples were matched up and were married. They were a couple called Zoe and Alex, and then there was Michelle and James. It obviously must have rated its arse off on Channel 9, because they just about drowned it in ads. I mean, it was getting seriously ridiculous. Barely a half-hour program that went for nearly an hour, simply because it was, but because sneakily they did long promos in there, which, according to the rules, are not necessarily ads, but you can put ads either side of them. So if you stick those in, then you're not just sticking in ads. It's actually programming. Fair enough? So...
Right, because under the table deals never happen at Channel 9.
No, it's not under the table deal. It's just the longer, the sneak peek sort of programming, sneak peek sort of promos are considered programming. They're not ads, so that you can put ads either side of them, which means you can effectively double your ads, which is, so if you really get to enjoy a lot of ads. Look, I know ads pay the bill, but, give us a break. I do like to watch a bit of program between the ads. Okay?
And also, you're going to hurt your ratings if you put that much advertising in something.
Yes. Well, with Zoe and Alex, she had a very rough, Zoe, the bride, had a very rough initial upbringing in Africa, and then she was adopted into Australia, and then grew up in an adopted family in Australia, her and a twin brother. And as a consequence, I think she likes to play her cards very close to her chest, and that was the case. When she was standing next to Alex at the altar, she just didn't look at him. She looked everywhere around but him, and I think she was just listening and sizing him up, and to see what he was like. And
well, you can understand that if
yes. So, and then, as it wore on and the reception and then, as they got to know each other, she obviously started letting walls down, and then when they went on the honeymoon, they went on a plane flight, and then she just turned and kissed him, unprovoked, obviously, that she had decided he was, a reasonable bloke. We'll see how it all pans out. And then the other couple, which were Michelle and James, they obviously hit it off from go. And they just seem very compatible. But as you know, with relationships, they can burn very brightly and then burn out. But
just like a chemical reaction.
Yes. Well, and it's all down to a chemical reaction in the brain.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So, we'll see how...
We are a dissentient sacks of chemistry.
Yes, true. We're self-aware sacks of chemistry. Exactly right. Yes. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes, because the third instalment, they're out on their honeymoons. They started into that last night on the end, towards the end of the second half. They're on their honeymoon, and then they start to live together as husband and wife to see how it all sort of fits in. One thing I will say though, on a couple from the first episode, Ronnie and Michael, I think it is. Yes, Ronnie and Michael. I don't think they'll last. Something there with Ronnie. She's just keeping Michael at arm's length. A lot of the time she's friendly and she will engage with him to a certain extent, but there is just a wall. And I think that either Michael will get sick of the wall or Ronnie will just say no and walk away. So we'll see how that all pans out. But yeah, it's a good show. It's worth a watch if Channel 9 can figure out that we aren't all here just to watch their ads.
But that's how you know how to make money.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm quite happy with a quarter an hour, 20 minutes every hour. But when there's over half an hour of ads in an hour program, that's sort of getting to the point of the ridiculous. So look, it's an interesting social experiment, watching these people get thrown together and how they're coping. And it's not going to be all roses, that's for sure. Even with the best help and the three professionals they had that matched them up. So no one's going to say that it's all going to be roses. So let's hope that it all ends up well. I mean, they may not all end up together, but let's hope it all ends up well. So I'm going to keep watching, and I'm going to keep telling you how it went.
And I'm going to be working while it's on, so I don't see it.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good. That's great. Anyway, that's pretty much us tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty much us.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Thanks. If you like, hit the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more of us. And
please give us your comments. We
tell
love
us
feedback.
what you want to see.
Tell us what you want to see, what you want to hear, what you like, what you don't like. Let us know. Subscribe, comment, like.
And our bad joke competition still open till next week.
Yep.
So this is the last one, and then you get the watch and the fountain pen. I will this time promise put the email address in the description, so you can send this email, so you can give us your mailing address confidentially, and we can mail these to you. All right, then that's us. See you guys.
Bye.